Hello again. Another review from me, Jared, who does reviews and stuff. This time around we have a Canadian lager beer called Molson Canadian by a guy named John Molson, 1786. This is Canada's longest established brewing family, and they are proud to bring you their signature lager, which is brewed with the premium barley, the choicest hops, and no preservatives whatsoever. It's a taste as clean, crisp, and refreshing as the country it's named for. Yeah, I mean, after watching Kenny versus Spenny and Tom Green, Canadians are far from clean. And they're not really crisp, and anyone who basically knows about the whole Benoit story, Chris Benoit I'm talking about, not really refreshing either. It's kind of the exact opposite of refreshing. It kind of leaves a sour taste in one's mouth. Also, there's another tagline. This is in French. It's basically the same thing, but in French. For any French viewers, if you just want to watch, I want to read this one out for you. Watch me butcher this. Okay. Le plus ancienne famille brassicole au Canada est fière de vous présenter sa lager signature Molson Canadian et brassée avec l'orge de qualité supérieure et du houblon sélection avec soin mais sans agent de conservation. Je suis désolé. Son goût est franc, vif et frais comme le pain qui l'inspire. Which basically, it's French, isn't it? Okay, so now we've got all the bullshit out the way. This is a 500ml can, 4% volume. I bought this from the most exotic place on earth, B&M in Edge Lane. Okay, so let's get it out the can, shall we? I've got a feeling it's going to fizz. Yeah, it did, just a little bit. Or as they say in like Montreal, Quebec, le fizz, probably. Or le frisson, which means like the shivers or the chills or something. Is the glass clean? Yeah, it's clean. Okay, just wants to make sure his acting was clean. Or as they'd say in Quebec, Jacques d'Anglais. Probably. Anyway, let's get this out the can, show you what it looks like. So it's 4% beer, lager, beer. Okay. It's gonna fucking fly out to this one. Right. Let's turn it around so you can see what I'm drinking tonight. So, nice and clear. I can see you can probably see me, and I bet you wish you didn't. Two-fingered head, nice and carbonated. Okay, let's have a smell. Je sens de bière, as they'd probably say in French. Okay. Fuck, I'm really sort of milking this French thing. My French isn't very good, as you can probably tell, but you know, I'm trying to repeat cultures here. Because literally my last review, all it did was like sort of say shit that like would be deemed very offensive to Welsh people, especially if you're from Swansea, because I was wearing a Cardiff Blues jersey. Not a big fan of them down there, are they? So yeah, don't want to be too offensive right now. I want to be cultured, you know, Mr. Cultural. You know, I want to be like Indiana Jones minus the steel. So yeah, here we go. Let's have a sniff. Then we have a taste. And then from there I can turn the video off and I can cry myself to sleep or some shit. I don't know. I think it's something. Or I can wank. I don't know. Whatever. Here we go. Let's have a sniff. Okay. Heavily malty. I'm trying to get my fingers out the way because I've just washed my hands. I've just had a piss. I can like literally smell Carex when I'm trying to smell this as well, so I'll try and move my hands to the bottom, you know, that way I can get a more objective smell. So yeah, malty and a little bit chemically. It basically, if I'm going to be honest, it smells like Carlin. It smells like Carlin. You know what Carlin smells like? I mean, anyone who's in Britain will know what Carlin smells like. If you haven't drank Carlin yet, and you're British, then where have you been? You must be like teetotal or something. Because everyone who's had a pint in Britain has had Carlin at some point in life. It's like a rite of passage. It's not a good rite of passage, but it's a rite of passage anyway. It's a stepping stone to something better, you know. It's you've got to learn to crawl before you learn to walk, you know what I mean? And Carlin is the crawl, everything else is the walk, just so you know. Foster's is the stay in the cot forever, never leave, because it's shit. So yeah, here we go. It smells like Carlin, looks kind of like Carlin. Let's see if it tastes like Carlin. There's only one way to find out. Will this be? Yeah. Will this be? Yeah. Land of the Maple Leaf, or will it be taste like a crusty queef? There's only one way to find out. Bottoms up and up your bottoms. Here we go. Let's have a sip. Maybe I can actually get a bit of a different taste this time. Okay, I've come to a conclusion. I can barely taste anything. At least with Carlin, I can taste something. This smells like Carlin, but it actually tastes a bit like Foster's in the sense that there's no taste to it at all. It just feels like this is not 4%. I don't care what it says. If you've even managed to get 2% in this, then I'd be shocked, because there's nothing to this at all. It just tastes like slightly malty water. Slightly malty, hoppy water. There's, you know what I mean? It's not the best. I mean, you know what I mean? It's like Canada's created some like really good stuff in the past. You know, like it's created Bryan Adams. It's created obviously Kenny versus Spenny and Tom Green. Big fan of those shows. But it also created like, you know, the Avril Lavigne Kawaii era, which is just garbage. This is more sort of Avril Lavigne Kawaii, you know. And don't fucking jump on the bandwagon and say, well, they also created Nickelback. Fuck Nickelback. Well, Nickelback have had one or two good songs. Just saying, you know. Photograph was a good song. What was the other one? The Lullaby, that was a good one. There was another one. So Far Away. Yeah, they had that song. That was good. But then they had Rockstar, which is probably the most shittest thing ever. It's bland, it's tasteless, it's soulless. There's nothing to it at all. It's kind of like this beer. And what a perfect pour that was. Check that out. See? Yeah. I'm going to make a pour compilation one day. This is going in it. Because that was the only thing about this video that's actually been impressive thus far. Everything else has been a pure disappointment. I mean, this is the Nickelback Rockstar of beer. I don't like it. I don't like it all. There's just nothing to it. Would I recommend this if I was from the land of the maple leaf or otherwise? No. Would I? Fuck? Not in a million years. It cost me like £4 or something for a pack of 4. Maybe a little bit more than that. And I regret it. It's the worst £4 I've ever spent. And I've spent some really crappy £4. You know. I bought cigarettes once with £4. I don't even smoke. So, yeah. Let's have one more try. Maybe. Zero aftertaste, zero mouthfeel, zero taste. 0 out of 10. Fuck it. There's nothing to this. I am not going to recommend this at all. Don't get it. Because I've been very generous with my reviews for the last couple of days. And, you know, a lot of people think, well, you know what I mean, you're being a bit overly generous here. Well, I ain't going to be fucking generous today because, well, tonight. Because this does not warrant generosity. This warrants me to say no fucking thanks. Molson, you've put fucking tap water in a fucking 500 milliliter can. It's fucking tap water. I don't give a fuck. This is not fucking beer. It's not lager. It's not bière, as the French would say. And it's certainly not fucking 4%. This is shit. You must do better. You know? So yeah, I hope you've been less disappointed with this video as I have. And I'm really disappointed right now. Imagine, like, I feel about this in the same way Canadians feel about the National Hockey League. Very disappointed, because when's the last time a Canadian team won the Stanley Cup? Yeah, for about 20 years or so they've won fuck all. Not good, is it? So yeah, maybe even longer. And yeah, I'm not going to recommend that. I'd like to get my hands on Labatt's one day, because I've heard that's apparently better, and it's Canadian, French Canadian. Apparently, but they don't really sell it anymore. They used to sell it in large doses in the 90s, but like Castlemaine Forex, they decided to go fuck yourselves. We're only going to sell Carlin from fucking Foster's from now on in Britain, so you can't get your hands on it. I'd have to import it, and I don't even know how to do that. Last time I tried to import, someone was trying to import Suntory malts and Yabisu and Orion from Japan, or Orion, and I'm still no better off. There's only one place that does it, and that's the Japan store online. £9 for a can. A can that's that big. Yeah, that's right. £9. You go to Japan, you go to Don Quixote, right? You will buy that exact same can for about like £2, if that, and yet they're charging £9. Do you honestly think I'm that much of a mug to pay that? I mean, I probably am, but you know, not right now. Money's a bit tight. Got other things to spend money on, like fucking paying for this. Fortunately, I threw the receipt away as well. I could have gone back into B&M and being like, look, come on, you know, there's a can missing, I know, from the pack, but just have a fucking taste of this. You'll see why I want a refund. They'll have one sip and they'll be like, yeah, fair enough, have your money back and take some interest. Okay, shit, isn't it? So yeah. Who the fuck markets this and thinks it's a good idea? Imagine being this brew, because they must have some like testers in there. Someone must have fucking had a taste of this and went, yeah, this is alright, let's broadcast this to the public. Yeah, you know, let's give this out. I like the taste of this. This is good. This hits the spot. Who is that person? You know? How did they get their job? They need to be fired on the spot because they're clearly not fucking doing their job right. You tasted something and said it's good when there's no taste to it at all. Wanker. Fucking hell. So yeah. That's the end of that video. That concludes this wonderful fucking review. Hope you've enjoyed yourselves. You know, I hope you've took great pride in watching me being overwhelmed by mediocrity. Yeah. In the meantime, I'll have more videos coming up soon. Hopefully with a bit more oomph than this. Fingers fucking crossed. You know, some German beers. That's a good sign. Something to look forward to. But yeah. That's the end of that one. Hope you enjoyed yourselves. Signing out. Take care, everyone.